Welcome back to Pride Martial Arts. Going to be showing you guys how to flip the nunchuck around your hand, transitioning into it from wrapping around the waist or striking to the waist. Okay, so the strike is a midsection strike, wrapping around the waist here, strike into your opponent's midsection there. So the flip is going to come in a transition from that wrap around the waist. Okay, so we're going to wrap, flip, come back up. Okay, so the flip is after we come around the waist the first time, we're going to pull back and we're going to stop midway and let the other end of the nunchuck come around our hand. We're going to release here and catch here. Okay, we're going to come around the waist again. We're going to go halfway through our strike. As we're halfway through our strike, we're going to hold and let this end of the nunchuck come around the hand, catching here and following through with our strike. Okay, wrapping around the waist, again using foam nunchucks. Okay, so this flip is very useful. A lot of nunchuck techniques are practical. You could strike with them, you could defend with them, but any tricks you can do with a nunchuck are practical, because when using nunchucks, a lot of times certain movements would be just to keep your opponent at bay. You know, simply being here would be to keep your opponent at bay. It gives them something to worry about before they come in to attack you, you see? So any type of movements like that keep your opponent at bay. That's what certain movements with the nunchuck were used for when the nunchuck first came out in combat. So flipping the nunchuck, it's not something I would hit someone with. If I wanted to hit them to the midsection, I would simply follow through with that first strike, follow through with a second strike, come back up. I wouldn't use the flip, but to keep an opponent at bay or to keep them distracted, you could use a flip like that. You could use motions like this, come underneath, coming back, come over the top. See? So using that flip, it's something that could simply distract your opponent, keep them at bay. It's a nice trick to do, flows real well, but when it comes to being practical and attacking, striking, it's not something you would use too much in combat, but a lot of movements like this were more to keep your opponent at bay, okay, to give him something to think about before he comes in to attack you. So again, with the momentum of the nunchuck coming back around, as soon as we stop here instead of following through, that's when the other half is going to come over. We're going to release, we're going to catch, we're going to go back around again. When we come forward, we're going to stop, and that momentum is what's going to flip the other half of the nunchuck around our hand, coming around the waist. Okay? Okay, so with this actual flip here, you want your hand facing down. Okay, so when I come across and wrap around, when I come back, I want my hand facing down. I want to release with my fingers, and I want to let it come around, and I just release with the thumb as the other half is coming into my palm. Okay, come around and wrap around. Okay, so it's all about the momentum. So when we're wrapping around the waist, we're just going back and forth using that momentum, right? But when you stop the momentum, that's when you're going to flip the nunchuck. Okay, so when you stop, that's when it's going to flip. So you go halfway and you stop. You let that momentum wrap around the hand, keep the fingers pointed down, and you're going to catch right in the hand. And again, always using foam nunchucks when you're starting out. Anytime you're trying new techniques, anytime I try something new, I like to use the foam nunchucks, just because you don't want to, drop the wooden nunchucks or the metal nunchucks. You don't want them to go flying, obviously. So not necessarily to protect myself too much, because I am experienced with them. I've been training with a lot of different weapons for a lot of years. But, be mindful of your surroundings. I have windows over here. I wouldn't want to let one of them go, do damage to your property, okay? So the foam nunchucks are not only to protect yourself, but also the things around you. You don't want to damage your property. So it's always good to use foam nunchucks, whether you're a beginner or whether you're experienced, okay? Be sure to subscribe to Pride Martial Arts. Look forward to hearing your comments, and be sure to keep a lookout for future Nunchuck videos.